Thank you to Christopher Arnold for suggesting these three teams. Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and I'm back with another preview and prediction video. Today I'll be doing the Michigan Wolverines. Last season the Michigan Wolverines went 12-2, 9-1 in the Big Ten with a loss to end the season in the Orange Bowl against Georgia in the playoffs. Michigan last year only had two losses. One was at Michigan State and of course the other against Georgia. They did beat Ohio State for the first time since I believe 2011, I think that's right. They did have some close games, like against Rutgers. They had a close game against Nebraska, against Michigan State where they lost, against Penn State, and honestly the Ohio State game was a blowout by them. Anyways, what did they lose and what have they gained? They lost two of their most vital leaders on defense in Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo, along with Daxton Hill as well. Some news this offseason that has come out of Michigan was Jim Harbaugh, after the loss in the Orange Bowl, looking at the job with the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, since he's still there, he did not get that job, but that can go a long way in affecting recruiting, especially giving leverage to other coaches that can go up to the recruits and say, hey, do you really want to go play for a head coach that you don't know if he's going to be there the next 3 to 4 years? So, what are they going to do? Well, they have a stacked and veteran roster on their hands. On offense, they have Cornelius Johnson, Roman Wilson, and Ronnie Bell, all either juniors, seniors, or graduates. They also have Andrell Anthony and A.J. Henning, very young, a redshirt freshman Andre Anthony, and A.J. Henning is a junior. They have on the running back position, they have Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. They did lose Hassan Haskins, however, I think they'll be fine with Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. Tight end, they have Luke Schoonmaker, a graduate, and Eric All, a senior. They should be fine at the receiver positions. And at quarterback, they have a problem. They have two good quarterbacks, Cade McNamara, a senior, and J.J. McCarthy, redshirt freshman. I'm not sure who's going to start. However, if the quarterback battle stays up until after week 4, they're going to have a problem. Their offensive line is fine. They have a graduate at left tackle, senior at left guard, graduate transfer from Virginia from Air Force. They have a junior at right guard and a senior at right tackle. Their offensive line should be fine. It was great last year, so I think it'll be fine this year. Now, they have a very veteran defense. There's only 2 non-junior or above. There's only 2 underclassmen projected to start on this defense. You have players like Mike Sanderstill, Mazzie Smith, Chris Jenkins. This defense is going to be fine. However, they have veteran defense. They have great running backs, good wide receivers, veteran O-line. How are they going to lose? Well, anything can happen in college football, even to the most veteran teams. To start out with, Michigan, they have a very good plus on their hands. They have a weak non-con to start the year. They have 3 non-con games. None of them are going to be that good. So, let's see how their recruiting has been the past few years. Michigan, for the last 5 years, is ranked average at 13. They have the 9th one this year, 13th last year, 14th in 2020, 8th in 2019, and 22nd in 2018. Now that seems pretty good, especially for the Big Ten. Out of the Big Ten, they are, it looks like, 3rd behind Penn State and Ohio State. So, let's go look at the schedule, see how they do. Weeks 1 through 3, they have 3 home games. 1 against Colorado State, 1 against Hawaii, and 1 against UConn. They should win all these games. However, we've seen upsets in the past. like almost an upset in a couple of years ago against Army. However, I think that they should handle these three teams good, and they should maybe have the quarterback position figured out. We'll see. Week 4, this is going to be a tricky game for Michigan. They play Maryland at home. Maryland's going to be a very improved team from last year. Tua Tagovailoa is a good quarterback, and they have some pieces on the offense. Their only problem is their defense. I think you get a win at home against Maryland, and then you have your first true road test at Iowa. This is going to be a difficult test for Michigan. Iowa is one of the hardest places to play in the Big Ten. However, I don't think that their offense is going to be enough, and their defense is going to be good. However, I think your offense is going to be better. So I think you get the win, go to 5-0. Then you go on the road to Indiana. They're going to be terrible this year, just like last year. You're going to be 6-0. Then you host Penn State. This is going to be a difficult game for you. I think that you beat Penn State in Ann Arbor. I think Penn State's going to have a couple of problems to shake out at this point in the season. They have a good freshman running back, but how much production is he going to be in year 1? So, I got you a 7-0 going to your bye week before you play your in-state rival, Michigan State. This Michigan State game is very interesting. They've had your number over the past 2 years, and they're only getting better. Mel Tucker has gone out and recruited everywhere around the country. Honestly, it's a toss-up. You don't have your 2 veteran edge rushers. Jim Harbaugh is very inconsistent when it comes to losing games like this. I think I got to go give it to the Spartans. I think they come into your house and go to 3-0, and I think that this raises a problem with Michigan fans. And I think Jim Harbaugh is going to be to blame. So, you're 7-1, going to Rutgers the week after. I think you're going to start sluggish after that loss, but I think you win in the end. Rutgers is just not – they're kind of like the Vanderbilt of the Big Ten. They're always kind of decent, but they're never good enough. Then the next week, this is a sneaky game as well. Nebraska comes to town. Nebraska is going to be very improved from last year, in my opinion. And I think you win here and improve to, 8-1? 9-1? No, 8-1. Or 9-1, sorry. Keep getting confused. Then you play Illinois, another terrible team in the Big Ten. You'll get a win. So you're 10-1 going into the Ohio State game. If you've seen my Ohio State preview, you already know that's how this is going to go. You're going to lose in Columbus. Ryan Day is going to have the Buckeyes ready. And honestly, this could be Jim Harbaugh's last year. I could see it. If an NFL position opens and he likes it, he's going to the NFL. So, there you go. Michigan Wolverines, 10-2 on the year. I could see it. I could see them losing a different game than Michigan State. However, I do think that they're going to fall to Ohio State for sure. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out my other preview prediction videos. And if you have a suggestion for another team for me to do, let me know in the comments. And as always, have a great day and go Dogs.